Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Vic, and I am the Brooklyn Watch Guy. If this is your first time on the channel, this channel is all about watch buying, collecting, unboxings, and reviews in the affordable range, which I define as $1,000 or less. If you're into that, I invite you to stick around, watch the video. If you make it to the end, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so you know every time I put a new video up. Folks, got a review video today. We're going to be talking about this guy right here. This is the Citizen record label Tsuno. I did an unboxing on this a few weeks ago, and I've been wearing it around, ready to talk about it. Decent watch, but it has some pros and it has some cons. So without further delay, let's get into this review. All right, folks, so this Tsuno, this is reference number AN3660-81A. So JDM models, you can find this regularly on eBay for about $200 to $250. Just keep in mind, JDM means Japan domestic model. You're gonna have to have this guy imported unless somebody that already imported it is selling it here in the US. So keep in mind, we are paying more for things right now that are coming from abroad. So think about that before you buy the watch. You can find this guy in various styles and colors, including some Star Wars themes, one that I think are pretty cool. I like it. This style of watch is called a bullhead watch, and I got into that when I did the unboxing because the pusher and the crown is on the top of the watch. Very popular style in the 70s, not so much these days. I like the look of it, so that's ultimately why I've wanted one for a while. When I saw this guy, I decided to buy it. But let's get into the specs now. So the Tsuno uses a Miyota quartz caliber 0510, which has a 2-year battery life. If you didn't know, Citizen does own Miyota. So at the right sub dial right here, you have that's your running seconds. The bottom sub dial, that's a 12-hour timer for the chronograph. So you can actually track something for up to 12 hours. Your left sub dial, that is your minute tracker for the chrono. You got your date window between the 4 and 5 o'clock. This watch is very small, but it's chunky. It's really chunky because of the case. It's 38 millimeters wide, 11.7 millimeters thick. Lug to lug is just a little over 42. I couldn't find anywhere online that lug to lug measurement. I measured it on my own. So yeah, just a little bit over 42 millimeters. Lug width, 18 millimeters. One thing you're gonna want to do when you get this watch is you're going to want to change out the bracelet that it comes on. It is bad, hair pulling beast. When I got it, when I did the unboxing video for this, I said it was on par with one of those $25, $30 Casio metal bracelets. It was worse than those. I've never had issues with Casio bracelets pulling my hair. This one, when I first got it, I wore it like a day or two, and I had to stop wearing it until I got a replacement. And then I ended up putting it on this really nice rally strap, which I'll show you right here. I ended up putting it, makes the watch a hell of a lot better. And I think it actually makes the watch look better too. Made it more comfortable, but also really took up the look of the watch. It's 18 millimeters, but it is a very snug 18 millimeters. When I swapped out the bracelet for this strap, it fit, but it was, I was really fighting to get it in there. So, which is fine. I'm never going to take this leather strap off it unless I find something a little nicer, but I'm never putting that metal bracelet back on. It was just bad, really bad. Stainless steel construction, by the way. You do get a sapphire crystal with this guy, and you get 50 meters of water resistance, or for us here in the US, 164 feet. So now that I've given you the specs of this watch, let me put it on wrist, and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like on my wrist. You can see it's not a really big watch. It's actually small. It's just thick. You see the thickness there. The crystal's actually kind of flat. It's comfortable. It is comfortable. One thing I forgot to mention when I was going over the specs, the lume, it's there, but don't have high hopes for it. It's bright. It's just not going to last a long time. Style of the watch, I guess. But this is what it looks like on my wrist. It's very comfortable, especially with this leather strap on. And I like I said, I think anybody who buys this, you're going to want to swap that out. It's just a really bad, really bad bracelet that it comes on. folks, my final thoughts on this Citizen record label Tsuno. It's an interesting watch. I don't think the style is for everybody, and it's also kind of small. My wrists are not huge, so I can get away with wearing it. I think if you're in the bigger side of things, it may not look right on you. But some of us on the smaller side, if you want a bullhead watch, I mean, Citizen's a good brand. I would give this guy a look. If you're on the bigger side of things, I would probably look away from this, just because it is a small watch. It's not huge, and I think bigger guys, it's just gonna look lost. It's gonna actually maybe look a little feminine on you. So, like I said, it's a JDM model, so you're gonna have to import it. I got this guy personally on eBay. I have no issues with it. Great watch so far. I will link some JDM import websites, so you guys that are interested in it can give it a look. But I would tell you, check eBay first and check for anybody in the US that's actually selling it, because that right now today would be your best bet. We're living in a time of everything is being more expensive due to import fees and stuff. And it sucks, especially for those of us who collect watches, because let's be real, most watches come from overseas, or most of the watches that are desirable come from overseas. Uh, you can come at me, bro, if you want, if you don't agree with that, but that's my belief. So anyway, folks, let me not ramble too much further. That's going to conclude this review video. I do have more coming. I'll see you in my next one. Peace. Hey, YouTube, it's Vic, the Brooklyn Watch Guy. Got any questions or suggestions for content? Well, scan this QR code, send me an email. Maybe you see your idea come up, or I'll answer your question on a video. Thank you for watching.